Speaker for today is very close to the lineup. He's a web designer, a digital marketer, a tech entrepreneur who has built solutions for businesses. He has trained talents, he has co-led, and he represents the blend of tech and entrepreneurship in freelancing. So he's a tech expert and he's doing it as an entrepreneur and also as a freelance. Exactly what we are talking about today, how you can build your freelance business, your freelance career as a business. So he's already doing that, working as a tech expert and building his skills and presenting it to the public as a business. So join me, let's welcome our next speaker for tonight, Godsfavour Innocent. Over to you, sir.
Today I'll be talking about the tools, right? Tools that will scale, tools that every freelancer needs. Okay, there are so many things to do as a freelancer, and then if you do not have some of these tools, you will stress and burn out. When Ibuka was talking, he made mention of some things that caught my interest. He said, as a freelancer, you can make multiple streams of income from just one tool. Okay, now one of the things that will ensure that this is possible is when you have systems. You cannot do it on your own. God created man and gave us the ability to procreate, gave us the ability to dominate. For you to dominate effectively, you cannot do everything by yourself. If this is one thing I'm able to drum into your mind, I believe I would have been able to do it well enough. You cannot do everything by yourself. Freelancing is tasking. I must say that. Freelancing is tasking. You have to put on the cap of a graphic designer, you have to put on the cap of a web developer, you have to put on the cap of your accountant, you put on the cap of everything basically. You will be the one that will be your accountability partner for yourself. You are in charge of motivating yourself. You are the one to upskill yourself. Everything you need to succeed is on you. All right. So as a freelancer, you have to leverage the tools that are available. And I'm going to be sharing very few of them. Some of them we already know, some of them we may not know, and there are some free options that we will use because it doesn't have to be very expensive. Some of the times we just have to use the things that are available at our disposal. Please confirm you can hear me. So, in this presentation, we're going to understand the key tools and the categories that freelancers must adopt. And I'm going to be sharing real tools and some of them that have free trials that we can use, and they have free trials. You know, you don't have to break the bank as a freelancer before you are able to produce or effective products for yourself. And then I'm going to give us 3 scalable business ideas if time permits. And then we'll walk away with actionable plan for a 30-day growth as a freelancer. Very quickly, I'm going to say that why these tools matter is because without them, you are limited to your hours. We only have 24 hours in a day. You will have time to go and eat, you have time to sleep, you have time to build on your skills, to harness the skills, to gain more skills, you will have time to work, and all of them is in these 24 hours. If you are not able to maximize and make efficient use of your time, you will not be able to achieve the potentials that are embedded in us. Things that we are able to achieve will be limited to our hours. Imagine that you are able to, now somebody gave me a job sometime to build a website. Normally this website could take me, say, 3 weeks. All right, 3 weeks. And then, because at the time I had some people working with me, I shared the tasks. I gave somebody to build the landing page. I gave another person to build the back end dashboard. Another person was working on authentication. Another person was working on API. And then we're able to compress that time and bring it down to a minimum of 3 days. and that website was up and working in 3 days. Now, imagine that I didn't have that opportunity to have people working with me. I'll have to finish doing the back end. I'll go to dashboard. From dashboard, I'll go to login. And before you know, the task will elongate. The period will elongate. And before you know it, the same money, then I'll not be able to achieve more. So these tools will help you maximize your time so that you'll not be limited by your hours. We have just 24 hours in a day. How much of that hour can you put into work? How much time will you use to rest? How much time will you use to eat? How much time will you use to spend with your family? Because you're a freelancer, you will no longer have a social life. So I'm going to show us some of them. And then these tools will also help you replicate processes. Instead of doing things over and over again, you have something that you do once, and then it repeats the process over and over again for you so that you don't have to stress and replicate yourself. Also, these tools I'll be sharing with you, they reduce errors, they save you time, and they improve the experience of your clients, your customers. They will also help you to make money while you are sleeping, while you are relaxing. Now, as a freelancer, if you are able to capture these 6 categories of tools, you have some of tools that are handling these categories for you, these categories of steps for you, you have successfully positioned yourself to wealth and a successful life as a freelancer. Number 1 is payment and financing. Definitely, the goal of freelancing is to make money, right? So if you do not have a means of accepting payment, Nigeria is greatly disadvantaged. Nigeria, I don't want to even go into that. We are suffering in this country, but God will help us. If you don't have the means of accepting payment and managing your finances, both for international clients, okay, and Nigerian and local clients also, you stressed. Oh, you'll be stressed. Imagine completing a job, and then you finish, and then to collect the payment is now a struggle, it's now a hassle. And the thing also you must get in place, and the system you must get in place is your communications and meetings. For professionality, sometimes WhatsApp is not enough. Sometimes Telegram is not enough. Okay? So there are some things that you must have in to position yourself as a professional. Okay? You must have project and client management tools. You must have delivery and creation. You must be creative. Okay? As a freelancer, you must be able to package yourself. I am big on packaging because I've found out one of my boss, Mr. Isaac, is someone that I've learned a lot from. That it doesn't matter what you have, it doesn't matter whether it is authentic or even it is of high quality. The question is, can you package it well? Can you be able to offer a service? Can you bring it out in a form that people can look at and say, this thing is worth my while? How well can you present it? You must have delivery and creativity. Also, you must have automation and AI. Chukwuebuka was saying, talking about, he said the first place to start is ChatGPT. If there's anybody that is a freelancer and you are not using AI, I don't even know what you are freelancing. Mr. Emmanuel was saying sometimes that if you are designing logo, that you no longer have a job. This is true, because I think it was yesterday, I saw somebody's professional headshot, which he created with AI. Google Gemini is doing this for free. We paid Remini AI some time ago to generate professional headshots for us. I paid. And then that time you need to train the model with around 8 to 16 pictures. And then after training that model, you can only generate pictures for that person, and then you have to retrain the AI. But now with one photo, Google Gemini does it for free and professional headshots in seconds. In seconds. Then you must have security. I'm just trying to rush because I need to jump back to the other meeting that I have. Now, for payments, you do not have to break the bank, okay? You don't have to use things that are complicated. Paystack accept both local and international payments. Okay, you don't even need to have a website for you to accept payments using Paystack. You can go on Paystack, register, create an account, verify with your email, your NIN or your BVN, and then create a business for yourself. You can create a payment page or a payment link where your customers can pay you, and they can pay you even in foreign currencies. Please check that out. Flutterwave does the same thing. So if you have a product, for example, maybe you sell maybe courses, or you have a book, or you have a digital product, whatever it is, you can create a payment page on Paystack. Right? Paystack does not necessarily need you to have a website to connect their API. It does that as well, but you just need to have the product, and you can create a payment link or a payment page on Paystack where you can put your product. Flutterwave does the same thing also. Payoneer, even though Payoneer have some restrictions, but Payoneer receives USD and Euro payments. Wise also, formerly transferred by Wise Transfer, uses it gives you access to multi-currency account. As a freelancer, it is better to get foreign clients, because the clients we have in Nigeria, they are not really helping matters. Right? Our Nigerian clients will stress the hell out of you, ask for 275 revisions, and then still struggle to pay. All right. Well, international clients may stress you, but not really. If you know what you are doing, if you are good at what you do, they may not stress you, and they will pay you very well. And then coupled with the conversion rate, which is in our favor, if you ask freelancers earning in dollars. All right. Very quickly, I will need to go to the next one. For communications and meetings, Google Meet, Loom, and Zoom. Now, Zoom has some technical issues, which I don't know why. After they were able to take away, came up, and then they took Skype out of the market. But there is some glitch. I don't know, somehow, if you use Zoom, it's somewhat glitchy somehow, unless it's a one-on-one call. But Google Meet is more stable and it is free. Okay, and it's integrated. Now, some clients may have issues with using Zoom, all right, but Google Meet is free, even though you may need to pay for some. But if it's a one-on-one call, you can use Zoom, Google Meet, and then Zoom also gives you access to asynchronous client demos. You can create presentations and show it to your clients without stress. Is project and client management. I'm sorry about that. They are needing my attention already. Now, Notion is used for everything as your workspace. You can use Notion for your workspace. It helps you organize. It helps you get a breakdown, a clear view of the tasks and the project you are working on. ClickUp does the same thing. It helps you manage your time. It helps you schedule your processes and gives you access to the Kanban views and all that. And Trello also gives you Kanban views and simplicity. This thing scales because it has templates. You don't need to onboard or recreate the wheel, like what Ibuka said. Some of these things are there. You just need to collect it, edit it, and repurpose it for your own business. You don't need to start all over again. I remember one time I was trying to create a task, and I was using Google Sheets. I created a dashboard with Google Sheets, put all their emails on one. I was using code to create tasks so that when you click on the task, it will send an email to the person in charge, the person responsible for that. It was a tedious task. I got the satisfaction of building with code, and I built it, and it was nice. But then these tools are there for you, and you can use them without stress. Now, the next thing is delivery and creation. Chukwuka was saying that you need to put on many caps. As a freelancer, you must learn how to design, no matter how small, no matter how, you must learn how to present something. This slide I'm working with, I created this slide in less than 3 minutes. All right, because I have tools that I use that help make my work fast and easy. I don't need to stress myself coming up with crazy designs. Canva helps you. There are millions and millions of templates and things you can use on Canva. Opt for the paid version. And so a lot of people are advertising paid version for a quarter of the price. You can opt for that, and then you have access to templates, billions of templates that you can use to make yourself look professional, make yourself stand out, make yourself look presentable, and not be looking as though you are not prepared. Figma also for UI and UX designs, and it's also used for prototype. Even if you don't know how to build a website, you have an idea, you can use Figma when you design it, maybe use other people's template, edit it, and there are plugins that you will use in Figma, and it can convert what you have done to ready-made websites. GitHub and Netlify for web development. If you create with code, you can almost instantly deploy this website for free. These things I'm showing you are tools you can use for free. They may have the paid option, but you can absolutely use them for free. What is the scalability of these tools? They have reusable templates and they have systems. On Canva, you can create multiple designs. You create one and it helps you create multiple designs. People use it to create YouTube automations where they create maybe daily affirmations or quotes, and then they just create one, go to ChatGPT and create multiple quotes, and they come to Canva and it will mass create those designs for you, and you can use it for your social media posts, for short form videos and content. Now, for video, VO3 is currently the leading one, even though there are so many, which I didn't write here. For VO3 is I've used it, I've used the paid version, I've used the free version, and I can tell you VO3 is amazing. Even though there are ways where you can get the free trial if you are using a student account. Now, videos is a must for every freelancer. You must be able to demonstrate and bring your product or your idea to life. You must be able to demonstrate or bring your product and ideas to life. Okay, you can use the script to edit videos and audio like text. You can use CapCut. There's a free version, there's a paid version. I even found out recently that CapCut has AI video generation, and it's even for free. If you use the web version, you go on CapCut.com, web.capcut.com, you can generate AI videos for free, even without signing in on CapCut. All right. Loom gives us feedback and the ability to get responses from your clients. CapCut they have positioned themselves as the go-to video editor, but there are so many options. Filmora is a very good option. Edit by Instagram is also a very, very powerful option, and there are so many of them like that. For audio too, I forgot to mention, 11 Lab now, they are charging for audio, text-to-speech, and they're powerful. The audio is by far the best I've used, 11 Labs audio, but each audio too works. And then if you are the Google fan, like Google Studio has a text-to-speech engine that you can use to create text-to-speech audios for your product and your videos and presentation and stuff. Now, the next on the list, which are the things that you must factor as a freelancer, is automations and integration. This is the core of freelancing that gives you peace. Okay? All these tools I've talked about, if you have to sit down and use them over and over again, it still means it requires your physical presence. Okay? But there are tools that you can use out there to automate these processes. I was working on an automation with Anything where you can create content on autopilot. You have your content calendar, and anytime we go and create the content, details of the content. After you've created the content calendar, probably with ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Cloud, or anytime you create an automation, an AI agent that will go to your content calendar, pick the content, go ahead and open it up, get details of that, create a design, a flyer, or even create a video, probably a short form video because of the limitations of video generation tools. It creates a short form video and then post it on your social media on your behalf. You don't need to lift a finger. Just set the task and it's working without stress. Now, Google also released a competition for anything, which is Opal, OPAL, even though it is still in beta mode. I tried it. If you, yeah, Martha, you're talking. I tried Google Opal for automations. You can literally create any app with a prompt. It is not available for Nigeria now. I use the VPN to access it. It's free. Okay, you can create an app that generates posts for you. The same thing that Anything does, even though Anything is paid. I've used Anything. I've used Google Opal. Anything is more complex. It has the ability to create complex structures, complex workflows. All right, but Google Opal it uses the Google ecosystem. So since VO3 is the best for video generation, then it uses Google Gemini as the AI brain to create the post and the content and everything you need. And then the image generation, Google Gemini is actually improving in their image generation. There is Google Banana. Google Banana is a media generation tool. It generates both images and videos, and you can edit it on the fly, more like how Meta AI does. Like it has, when you say create a man on a horse, as it's generating it, you can say, okay, change the leg of the horse to blue, change the hat of the man, and you are seeing the thing changing in real time as you type. It's called Google Banana. You can check it in Google AI Studio, and it's free. That's the thing that scatters my head. Google's tools are just for free. Please, if you have not tried it, try it out. Google AI Studio. Search for Google AI Studio. There are so many tools. There's the Google Banana. There is the image text. There's View3. There's Flow. There's Flow, and there's so many of them. Now, the idea for this is that it makes life easy for you. All right? I'm going to skip to that. Now, I've talked about ChatGPT in passing, but AI is something that you cannot do without. You need to automate your process of creating proposals, sending it, presenting, signing, and then creating content. Most of the work we will do as freelancers is writing proposals, pitching it to clients, demos, and then signing of contracts. Most of these things can be handled by our language models of AI. ChatGPT, Gemini, Cloud, etc. They help you with proposals and ideas. They help you craft. You don't need to stress yourself. Somebody asked me for a proposal to live stream recently. Wanted to cover a program, and then he needed a proposal. I have given him the breakdown, but he said I should put it in writing. I quickly went to one of these AI tools, and then I generated it. From there, I took it to Gamma AI. I made the presentation, and in 3 minutes, these AI tools increase your productivity. So you don't need to worry your head over something that would have taken 3 to 4, 5 hours in the past. Canva. I love Canva. All right. I love Canva so much. I've been using Canva Pro for close to 4 years now. And I pay. Even though there are sometimes that I found a way. Don't even ask me how. So, but Canva AI has been a blessing to my life. I have made so much money from Canva AI that it has covered. I say, if I had ever spent the times when I was spending money on Canva AI, it has covered it. Why? Because they have AI integrations. Canva is working tirelessly, adding so many things. Canva was first a design tool. Now it's used to edit video. Canva can create websites. Canva can create documents and collaborate just the way Google Docs work. Canva can do anything. Canva can change somebody's face. Canva can enlarge picture. Canva can brighten. Canva can restore. Anything you can think of in this life, Canva has text to speech. Canva has text to video. Canva has text to idea. Canva can do. Okay. So let me quickly get up myself. Canva has the ability to auto design. It can create so many things for you. And it has so many AI integrations that make Canva a powerhouse for any freelancer out there. You should be using Canva. It can scale. It can give you ability to create drafts, and it is supported. Now, for tracking your time and contract security, you need PandaDocs and DocuSign for signing of signatures and contracts. Clockify helps you to track your time. You can be absorbed. I had a friend, right? She's a social media manager. Each time she goes to post, so after posting for maybe the first page, she goes on Facebook to post, she will begin to watch videos. And before she will remember to go on Twitter or Instagram or TikTok, she has spent so many hours before she could recover herself. We have tools that keep you on the clock, keep you on your feet, makes you keep track of time. Clockify does that for us. Okay, Bitwarden is a password storage system. Google Chrome also have a password manager where you don't need to stress yourself with remembering passwords. Yeah, I was at some point I was using one password for every of my logins, but then somehow that password was hacked, and then Google flagged it as one of the passwords that has been leaked in the online database of leaked passwords. So instead of stressing myself remembering password or creating a pattern to remember password, I just use the password suggested for me by Google Chrome and then save it in the password manager. As long as I have access to my Gmail, I have access to my, it's safe. It saves me time, it saves me stress. Now, I am going to be rounding up now because of my time. I'm so sorry I'll not be able to take everything I have. There are so many tools. I will drop links to them maybe later in the subsequent meetings. But I want to say this, for everybody that is a freelancer, right? I need to talk about this. You must be able to package yourself. You see, I'm a graphic designer, I'm a web developer, I'm a social media manager. What is your price? My friend, mentor, Emmanuel, he asked me sometime, he said, if I have 500,000 naira, or if I have 5 million naira, do you have a product? I am a customer. I have 5 million naira. I want to patronize you. Do you have a product that is worth 5 million naira? Do you have a product that is worth 500,000 naira? Or are you a pay as you go or negotiate as you come kind of freelancer? So if you are a freelancer, you must be able to have packages. Sometimes during February, people begin to create Valentine packages, all right, and put a price tag on it. Put a price tag, put a value on it. I'm saying this in out of experience. Many freelancers struggle with this. If you're not able to create an offer, creating an offer is the second most difficult thing as a freelancer after coming up with idea. Idea is the most difficult. When you get the idea, you have the skill, right? But what will I use this skill to do? You've learned graphic designing, you've learned web development, you've learned SEO. How do I package this thing in such a way that it will be appealing for my clients? And I like what Ebuka, I don't know why I keep referring to Ebuka. It was because that was when I joined. He said, don't reinvent the wheel. Look for what high performers, people in your field are already doing. Duplicate it, copy. Nobody will punish you. Copy and pass in Jesus' name. You must be able to duplicate. Look for offers that people have created and then mirror your own after that. I think this is where I will draw the curtain on this.
As technology continues to shape freelancing, how can freelancers future-proof themselves against disruption?
Very simple. As technology is rushing, rush with technology. You must be able to upscale, update yourself. Don't be listening to tech news. Be in the ecosystem. Don't allow things to come out. I was mentioning VO3 that is like the best. I was still talking about VO3. Another one came out. These tech updates come out so frequently that if you are not on your toe, if you are not on the lookout, right, you may not behind. Okay, so actively search for them. What is the latest? What is this? What is the best? There are so many people writing about these things. If you go on YouTube, if it is released, say 2 hours ago, so many people, bloggers, YouTubers, people like Gideon, will be talking about it. They'll be speaking up. So be in the lookout, subscribe to channels like that, follow people like Mata that are talking about tech, they are talking about AI automations. Then be on the lookout. So listen to their reviews, and then you will be in loop with these tech things, and then have the patience to try it out. Have the patience to try it out. Because I was saying that people will attend class and then they are too busy to try it out, so they'll just go and pay for the services here. That's true. So, but if you can have the patience, I play with some of these things. Even though in my free time, I play with them, I test them out, and I'm able to use them for my own businesses.
Well, that was a wonderful session, a wonderful one that, in fact, it will go a long way. If we have genuine freelancers who mean business in this session today, they have a lot to help them scale. They have a lot of information here today. Then I don't know what you're doing in freelancing, because I can say for sure that they've given you the knife and given you the yam. It's there for you to cut it and cook it for yourself. Thank God we are coming to a close, and I know everybody here present have gotten value. So it's left for you to make use of what you've gotten. So we won't have time. We'll spend so much of our time with just eating out of our time. So I won't spend so much time going ahead to repeat all what the speakers have said. So this video is always here on YouTube. You can just comment, subscribe on the channel, and come back and watch it and get all the information you missed, right? So I am so happy that we're able to do this today. My special thanks is going to my speakers. You guys are awesome. You're wonderful. I'm super proud of you all, and I trust you to deliver, and you did. You know, for my hand, none of you guys put my hand. So thank you so much. Thank you. I am very happy that we could do this together and you all delivered. And I'm sure our audience are happy about this section, right? So it's just an incredible start to the business of freelancing webinar. We've heard from mentors, marketers, we've heard from media entrepreneurs, and the message is clear. Freelancing is not a side hustle, right? It's a scalable business. And if you're ready to scale in this career as a freelancer, you have to be very intentional. You have to be very intentional in doing more than you are doing right now when it comes to your gigs. So there is a lot to do. There is a lot to implement. You have to learn, keep learning. You cannot be an expert and you say, okay, oh, I've known too much. Learning is very important. You may learn something today and it's not like you need it for anything, and tomorrow you come across a situation where that knowledge can be applied. It's called transfer of learning. You can learn something here and transfer it to somewhere else tomorrow. That it will be very important. So keep learning, keep upskilling, make use of AI tools, make use of your SEO, right? Make use, if you create content, please don't ignore the fact that your analytics part of your platforms are very important. That's how you know if you're giving value to your viewers. That's how you get feedback from your viewers without them directly talking to you, right? So tomorrow is another day and we are going to continue strong, right? We work with more practical strategies, with more system. We have an expert in virtual assistant, or we have an expert in digital transformation. So you are going to be receiving a lot more value in addition to what you've gotten today. I don't know why others didn't sign up, but if you're here presently, you would tell that you have achieved so much value. So invite somebody to invite somebody. Tell a friend to tell a friend that it is happening here. Share this link, share the link to the community for tomorrow's program. And please subscribe to this channel. You will always have this in this channel, so you can come back to watch it. We are organizing programs like this all the time, so you don't miss out. And also, I am creating content on related issues, freelancing, webinar, AI, and even personal growth. So subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of this, right? So as we are signing out today, here is the quick call to all of us. What you've actually heard all in one today can be built into a course or an ebook. So you don't need benefit a lot following them. You benefit from their knowledge, from their content. You can reach out to them for one-on-one guide. If you have any challenge, if you have a job, a gig, you can share with them. You need somebody to do anything for you, you can reach out to any of them. So I'm going to share their handles in the community, so they will be available to attend to you whenever you call. Thank you all once again. I appreciate your presence here, and I do not take this for granted. In as much as this is a webinar and it's free, I am so much happy that we all as a group can influence another group of people out there. At the end of the day, it's not about how much knowledge you have, it's how your knowledge can help another person. It's not about how much money you have, it's all about who your money can help and how many people you can help with your money. That's what brings true fulfillment, right? That's what leaves legacy behind when you are no more. So please, I'm going to emphasize on the course and the ebook, right? Information on this will be shared more in the comment section. We have the course on the business of freelancing, and we have an ebook on the business of freelancing. So you'll be getting all these contents you've gotten and more. You can join the wait list if you find this very interesting and you will want to get in depth with it. I will share the link to the wait list in the comment section. Thank you guys. I will see you tomorrow at 7 p.m. sharp. Amazing moment, and I know I didn't enjoy this moment alone. So if you actually enjoyed this moment, let me see your favorite emoji in the comments. Please don't leave without dropping your favorite. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. For now, we say bye.